Welcome to Going Deep with Michelle and David.
Ooh,
Hi, David.
hi Michelle. How are you? You want to talk about anger and jealousy today, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume that you are having a bad day.
That is true. Yeah. Yesterday had a great day, right? Floating around on cloud nine. Just, I don't know. Just, it was just like a good day. And then
Right.
this morning I wake up to do yoga and my body hates me the entire time. And it's supposed to be a restorative class. So it's like slow movements. And I've got all this like pent up anger and anxiety in my shoulders. And it was just terrible. It was just bad. My brain was yelling at me the whole time. So I didn't get any peace. And then Coco and I went
Do
to
you
sleep.
ever get peace in yoga? I feel like yoga is just the sole purpose is to embarrass you, is to make you realize that you can't bend that way anymore.
Well, it does feel that way. It did feel that way today for sure. But I do it remotely. So I don't have to be around anyone. I just see the people on the screen.
That's
So
the
the
whole
only
point of
person that sees me is the teacher. So she can correct me.
going to yoga is so you can see people. Oh, that's for guys. Just kidding. That's for dudes.
Yeah, you want to see the girls in the yoga pants doing
I
downward
didn't
dog. I
say
get
that.
it.
That's not what I said. I do not objectify women.
Well, okay, neither do I. Sure. Yeah, anyways, so that was just a whole thing. And it's just I don't even know where to go with that because
So that's why you were angry?
no, I mean, once it kicks on, it starts circling and into other things that you're mad at yourself over. Um, you and I, we just said this like 5 seconds ago. You're like, you got to stop doing that. And it's like, well, I can't
Right. So
stop.
you,
I have a perfectionist in my head who thinks that I'm a loser if I'm not perfect.
yeah, we are our own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Self-hatred is it can be detrimental to anybody, and I think everybody experiences that. I know I certainly have. Why would you say you hate yourself though?
I don't hate myself.
Then
Did
what
I just
where's
say
the
that?
anger? Where does the anger come from?
Well, you can't hear Coco growling right now, can you? She must feel it because she's sitting in the window just growling. Um,
Animals are pretty amazing. They're she's calling you out right now.
I know. She's like, you're feeling anger. You better nip it in the bud, as they say. Um, where's the anger come from? So it's more anger of being taken advantage of or being envied, having dated people who were jealous of me, and I didn't know that at the time, and then having to dig myself out of that hole from them tearing me down with a million paper cuts. You know what I mean?
So it stems from other people's actions, past relationships.
Yeah, because the voice in your head isn't actually your voice. You didn't when we were little, we were just running around having fun until somebody told you don't do that. You're too much. Who do you think you are?
Right. So why are you letting one person? I'm assuming this is an ex.
It's not one person. It's like when you look back on the entirety of everyone that I've ever dated, right?
Well,
It's like,
stop being so
oh,
beautiful and perfect. Maybe
oh,
date up. Maybe it's your quality of men who you're dating.
right? There are no men up. Nobody, I haven't found any.
Well, where are you looking?
I'm not. I'm done. Forget it. They'll
That's
have to,
actually the best way to do it.
they're gonna have to plop out of the sky and just
Well,
fall in my lap.
that that I believe is the best way to find the right person for you is to stop looking, to just let it happen naturally.
Yeah.
Let the universe bring that person to you.
You want a fun story about that?
Absolutely. Unless it's a
So,
bad story or a scary story.
well, I mean, it turns out in the end, but we won't get there. So I had a friend who said the same thing. She's like, you know what? If I'm ever going to date anyone, they'd have to live in my neighborhood because I never leave the house. And she ended up dating someone who she didn't know lived near her this whole time. It was so weird. She lived in her house for like 20 years. And then this
Oh, how
guy around
funny.
the corner and her started dating. And I was like, that's weird. You made that happen.
And now, yeah, she spoke it into the universe. I want $1 million.
Right.
I
I'm
will
so
have a
glad that
million
I now
dollars.
have $1 million. I'm so glad that we now both have a
Right.
million dollars and we have sponsorships and we have fans. So glad.
For me to be happy, I have to have millions of dollars.
No, don't say that. You have to be happy now. You have to feel like you
Shh.
already have it.
I'm just speaking it into the universe.
Oh,
So what happened with them? Did they end up married? Did they end up with kids? Are they happily?
no,
No. Okay,
no.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He ended up being Not good.
Well, you mentioned jealousy. What's making you feel jealous?
Oh, I'm not jealous of anyone.
Oh, I thought you said jealousy was coming up.
Yeah, anger and jealousy. So I'm anger. I'm anger. I have, okay. So I didn't realize it, but my friend pointed out that a lot of the guys that I have dated had either and were envious of me or had jealousy issues. And I
Yeah.
was like you don't realize it at the time. You think they're being supportive, but then when I bought this house, the guy I was dating made me feel like I made the biggest like mistake ever. And why would I buy a house in Apopka? And who wants to live out here? And blah blah, like made it like it was the worst thing ever, and it wasn't good enough. Meanwhile, he doesn't have a house.
Yeah. We've already established that you need to date up. You're dating from a pathetic pool of men, and you need to do better there.
Okay, well,
I,
since I've stopped dating and I'm just healing myself from all these traumatic relationships, it's fine.
well, yeah, that one's simple. I mean, you should have somebody who supports you,
Well, and
and
every time I've thought I've had that, it turns out that they then are actually jealous of me or jealous of the attention that I got. Like when I
right.
was on TV, my husband at the time, like, I mean, we ended up splitting, but he was like, well, I didn't know everybody, I'd have to, like, what did he say? Not to air our, you know,
No, air it out. That's what
but
we're all about.
basically he had said, I didn't know I had to compete with everyone for your like attention. And I was like, I don't care what those people think about me. I care what you think about me. I want your attention.
What a great response. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that response. I Yeah, envy is a killer. Envy has ruined a couple of my working relationships. It
Oh,
makes
yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't even
yeah,
go there.
it I'm not because we don't have enough time, but it shows the ugly side of people. Envy. And I've certainly been guilty of being envious too and jealous.
Yeah.
I my To give my ex-wife some credit, anytime I ever felt jealousy, she was so quick to shut that down. She was great at that. And that is something I
Like
haven't had in the past.
in regards to you being jealous of some other guy talking to her or just life jealousy, like
Oh, it
keeping
could
up with
be
the
anything.
Joneses.
Previous relationships, previous guys speaking to her or whatever. And I'm typically not a jealous person, but I did have moments and they were brief because of her. And that I believe is the person everybody deserves is to have that person in your life. If you're going to, if the, a healthy amount of jealousy is good for a
I
relationship, keeps you
agree.
on your
Like
toes.
because you want what's like, I mean, not to say you want your property, but like they're yours, right? So it's like,
Right.
uh-oh, somebody's dipping, trying to come get what's mine. Like that's fine. But when it
Yeah.
I don't know. Like we all have jealousy, right? Like I'll be out somewhere or I'll be out with friends and they've got everything to you think everybody has everything together, right? And they've got something that you want. But you shouldn't be jealous. You should just be happy that they have it and think of ways that you can get it. But that's not the human reaction.
It's easier said than done. And I do think there's a difference between envy and jealousy. I think jealousy is a product of previous experiences. For example, like when I got jealous, it was because of the way I had been treated in the past. And I just assumed that I saw a similar situation happen, that it was going to occur again. But not the case if you're with the right person. If you're in the right situation, that person will make it very clear that, here
Right.
they want to assist you through this ridiculous for all intents and purposes it's a ridiculous feeling because it has nothing
It's
that
not seated in
applies.
reality. Right. It's
Right, it doesn't
yeah,
apply
it's a
to the
fear. It's a
present.
fear-based response, honestly, when you break it down. Because you're
Right,
afraid that you're going to lose whatever it is or
absolutely. And ultimately it's an insecurity.
yeah.
I think jealousy.
So there
Envy
you
is
go.
just a and envy I think is just a lack of gratitude. uh Everybody envies somebody. But I mean, to fix that, and I'm working through that too because I envy so many things and so many people, so many situations. But to bring me back, to get me from losing my mind and spiraling out of control,
Yep.
I start writing. what am I grateful for? What do I have in my life that I think a million people would just die to have?
Oh, that's a
And that
great practice.
and that grounds me. And you don't even have to write it down. Just remind you, like, go, you know what? I have great parents. You know how many people don't have great parents?
No, a lot. I saw your
Yeah.
post with your mom. That's cute.
Oh, she's the best. She's the best. And the biggest thing I envy right now is relationships. I mean, I've been divorced for a year now, and I was guilty. I went out to a concert. I was the fifth wheel, sixth wheel. I
That's
was in a
fine.
just a bunch of happy couples, and I just left. I started walking around the venue, and I was like, screw these happy people. But I
You'll
had a
eventually get to the point where you don't want to be around not happy people, but like anyone.
I just screw everybody and their smiles. I don't see them at
No, it's
all.
not out of an anger thing. It's out of a recalibration.
Right.
Because I was where you are with the divorce thing. And it's like I shut off, I was like, oh God, you don't want to lose your friends because you need your support system. But then also you're like, ugh, look how happy they are. Oh, they're holding hands. Oh, they're
Yeah,
kissing. Oh, blah, blah, blah. But when you look, I mean, your situation was different, but there's a lot of unhappy couples. I will just say
for
that.
sure.
And there's a lot of people who are afraid to be alone. So they settle for somebody else just to not be alone. But then you're miserable. Like the most lonely I've ever been is when I've been in the wrong relationship.
That is so profound and so
True.
true. Like, I've been there too. I think a lot of people have.
There's a lot of music about that, like lying next to you, feeling miles away, like all those like
So
songs.
so here's my takeaway from what you just said, because I've been avoiding one friend in particular who is he's about to propose. He's all happy and in love, and I've been avoiding it because I'm all
Yeah, you don't want to
heartbroken,
spew
miserable,
your
blah blah blah. I'm like,
negativity all over
oh,
it. Like, don't do it.
we have nothing relatable to discuss right now in at this current time. But I need to put on my big boy pants and be a good friend and be there for him because he's going through one of the happiest times of his life. I am grateful that I've gotten to experience that before. And odds are, looking at the percentages, he'll be miserable and divorced here soon too. So I just need to hold on to that and know
Hey, not all divorced people are miserable. A lot of
it's
people celebrate their divorces. I've been to many divorce parties. I haven't, but I should have. I should have one, and we can all wear our old wedding dresses and just like dump paint all over them. And how friggin' fun would that be?
I truly believe, okay, I appreciate divorce parties and I appreciate celebrating. Oh, I'm done with that person. But I think that's a cover up for true emotions. I really think anybody who goes through a divorce is really feeling some kind of pain because there's a feeling of loss there because you didn't just get
Yeah,
married to that person because
but
you wanted to have a divorce party one day. You had hope that your future was going to be amazing. There was going to be lots of parties with that
right.
person that you found to be your partner for the rest of your life.
I think if you're going through a contested divorce where things are very hard, right?
Oh
Like, I
yeah.
want the kids, I want the whatever, you got lawyers and fighting, and it takes 10 years, then yeah, you deserve to have a divorce party because F that guy, F that
Yeah.
woman. Like, they put you through hell because you fell in love with them and now they own half your stuff. Like,
Hold on.
there, I understand.
I need a pen. Another thing to put on my gratitude list today because my divorce wasn't contested. All she wanted back was her last name, which makes sense because my last name is Buchensky. To be honest, she had a four-letter last name. I would want that too.
Dude,
That's
I
all
took
she
back
wanted.
my last name. You want to know what my married name was?
I do kind of now.
Bugner.
Oh, that's too easy. I'm
Yeah,
not
it was
even.
spelled boner. Boughner. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or Bogner. Uh-huh. No, you can make all the jokes you want. My
Yeah,
friends' daughters used to call me Aunt Booger
yeah.
because they couldn't
Do,
say Bugner.
can we end on that? That's so good. Can we end with a boner?
I don't know, can we? It's usually where you start, David.
Until next time.